NFL Draft Bible on location.
Sean, can you talk about how important it was for you guys offensively to just kind of come out and get off to a fast start and start executing early on?
Yeah, as an offense, we've had some success in the last couple of games, and hasn't led to wins. So we knew that coming out this game was going to have to be a little bit of a change to figure out the best way of putting up enough points to win games. And started off fast. We had the first play to go the way it did, got us off on the right start, and then put together a couple of drives that led to 50 points. When you put in 50 points, and you're still leaving out quite a few touchdowns, and you're playing the ball.
How important was that second half drive? They cut it to 6 at the half. How important was it to kind of come out in the third quarter and just put some points in the board and take a little pressure off the D?
It's very important. The second half, the momentum that you create in the first couple of drives of the second half is something that will be sustained for the whole half. And for us to come out, get the stop, go down, score a touchdown, come back out and continue to play good ball, the momentum really swung our way. And like I said, an offense who's capable of putting up points as much as we are needs to have those type of drives and that type of momentum to come out with W's.
And you talked during the week about getting back to kind of playing how you did a little bit last year, for just looser, having more fun.
Right.
How does it happen that quick? Because it looked like you were that. How does it happen that quickly?
It's 100% an attitude. Since we hopped on that plane to come out here, the whole team has had smiles on their face. We're enjoying ourselves. We're dancing on the sideline before the game starts. We're smiling. We're going back to doing what we should have been doing this whole season. That's just playing the game and enjoying it for what it is. And success comes with that. When you're out there playing as well as we are offensively and get the defense to step up the way they did in the second half, we're gonna enjoy it. And that mindset kind of is what led us into the W we have today. Once again, it's easy to have fun when you're winning, and today we did get the win.
What if you like to take out Quentin Nelson after all the celebration?
Was he smiling after that?
Yeah, the ground kind of shook a little bit behind me, and that's the only reason I knew he went down. But I got back, helped him up, and got rolling. Those knee braces that the offensive line wears can really trip you up. I just hope he's not on top 10 plays.
DeShone, Coach Kelly talked about how he had to have a little conversation with you at the half about trying to do too much. Do you feel a little pressure when the defense isn't playing as well? That, man, we have to score on every single possession. Is that part of doing too much?
No, it's once again, it's an attitude. Last week I would have said yes, absolutely. But this week we came in with the idea that as long as the ball's in our hands, we're the only ones that can stop us. And at the end of the first half, to throw the pick that I threw is unacceptable. It was a bad read on my part. My linebacker's watching my eyes and goes over and takes a dig route. And with that, you can credit that to a lot of things. And Coach Kelly thought that I just had too much on me. And when we went back out and relaxed up and took his words and ran with it, we were able to go out and lead ourselves back into the attitude we had when we decided to come over here. And I was just playing ball and having fun.
Sean, that was the highest yardage total ever in a win for Notre Dame from quarterback. And Coach Kelly mentioned that you played much better in the second half. And to us, it looked pretty good in the first half with the long touchdowns. But what was better for him in the second half and probably for you?
We were able to put together drives. The first half, you get a bunch of highlights, throwing the ball down the field and having one play, 2 play drives. But what we need right now is a way of being sustainable in our defense and on offense. And the second half was a good example of it. And I still missed some big throws in the second half. This is the sloppiest 50 points I've ever been a part of. Sloppiest 400-plus pass game I've ever been a part of. And I think that's the best part about it. We're having fun, we're having a good time, and there's still so much room to improve. To come out and to play the way we played and have the amount of fun that we have and still know that there's a lot of work to be done. I couldn't be happier right now standing up here talking to you guys because I know that our guys are going to go back out and figure out how to take that attitude that we got today and build on it so that we can be a better team moving forward.
I know you don't get to watch them, but could you feel the defense stiffening, getting better? I mean, it was pretty crazy at the beginning there for both sides. And all of a sudden,
100%. We truly, Coach Kelly mentioned this to us. I think we evolved as the game went on, and I think it's something that's going to stay with us as we move forward. That second half defense, who was just out flying around, playing the way that they played, is who we're going to see consistently, and I know it. I trust in it. A lot of young guys out there playing, and they're building confidence every rep that they get. In the second half, kind of show that they're able to go out there and learn from their mistakes in the first half, lock in, and stop them from scoring for the first 3-4 drives in the second half to allow us to get the lead. That's going to be good enough for us to win games.
DeShone, this had to be a chaotic, hectic week, obviously more for the defense probably than you guys, but what will you remember about this past week in preparation for this game?
We're at our best because we enjoyed it. This week you'd expect it to be chaotic, but it's the best week of practice I've ever been a part of. We had so much fun from the rain of South Bend. It's cold out there. You got the California freshmen who are freaking out like usual, and we're just having a good time with it. Typically those practices go downhill and ours went up. The energy that we had all week really came over into the game, and right when we thought we lost in the second half, we were able to step back up, come together and build off of each other to get that attitude back, to go out and put together the drives we did to put a game away and finally get a win for us.
How do you sustain this for next week and the next and the next, and make sure you don't kind of revert back to what
You
was
remember this
happening?
taste. You remember this feel. We just had a blast in the locker room. You remember those times. Those are the things that will push you forward to remind you of how you got the win that you did. Once again, attitude is everything for us, and we figured it out this week through a great week of practice and a great attitude going into the game. And I think that everyone's going to learn from that and continue to have that moving forward.
DeShone, early in the game, it looked like you guys were trying to push the ball vertically on the perimeter and then attack with the deep high-lows. What did you guys see structurally from Syracuse that made you think you could have some success there?
They play cover two, and for us, we were able to attack the two high safeties in the back end. I let one go on a wide open guy on the outside. As a team, we put together good game plans, and we knew there's a couple plays that were going to allow us to attack them vertically, and we ran them, and some were successful, some weren't. But we do a really good job on the sideline of just taking what they give us, and Coach Kelly and Coach Dan Brock were able to put together a great game plan that when Coach Sanford sends something down from up top, that we have an opportunity to take a shot. We take it.
You talked about taking what the defense gives you. Has what CJ and Tori and Equanimeous have done so far this year helped you be more comfortable with that, knowing I don't have to look for this guy, I can just go with my read?
100%. I mean, how many checkdowns have I thrown that bust out for 20 yards? Those are things that make me, a lot more comfortable in the pocket, to know that I can truly read out my first read, really feel it out, see if it's there, and then move to 2 and then to 3, and still know that it's capable of having a first down. We're not afraid of taking a 3rd and 20 situation, checking it down, and watching it go for 20. And that comes with having great guys who are able to make plays once the ball's in their hands. We don't have to throw the ball all the way down the field for us to get big chunks. And once again, hats off to Tori and EQ and CJ and everyone who's in there who are able to be fearless in those crossing routes.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
NFL draft bible on location.